Hey, it's Dr. McLean with Vital Energy Chiropractic. Just want to give you a quick tip that I think will help you in any area of your health. You can apply this anywhere, but I recommend with your health to always have some type of a target, something that you're trying to improve or refine or get better. This could be with your nutrition, it could be with exercise, it could be in any area of your life. And so a couple little tips I'll give you on that. If it's exercise, maybe you're in a good routine with your exercise. You go to the gym 5 days a week, you're on the treadmill for 30 minutes, you do this particular program, you kind of do the same thing every time that you go. And that's great, nothing wrong with that. What I'd recommend to get a better result from the work that you're already doing is simply having a target for your workout. So let's say if you're on the treadmill, you do 30 minutes and you go a certain amount of distance, just write that down. And then the next time you go, say, okay, I'm gonna go 1 minute more. I'm gonna go 31 minutes. Or maybe you're gonna go, I'm gonna try to go 28 minutes, 2 minutes less, but I'm gonna try to go the same distance I went last time. Or I'm gonna pick a little bit harder program. Now, it doesn't mean it always has to be harder, but it has to be something that you wanna be intentional about improving. So it could be like, okay, when I get done working out, usually I just rush home and take off. What I'm gonna do now, today, is I'm gonna spend an extra 5 minutes when I get done working out, and I'm gonna breathe and I'm gonna stretch. And that's gonna help me increase my flexibility to have less chance of getting injured in the future. So it can be just a simple, really simple little tweak. The other thing with, again, having a target, if it's not fitness, just picking one area of your life that you want to improve. It could be mental relaxation. It could be eating one more serving of vegetables per day. It could be drinking more water. Usually it's easier to add something first than it is to take something away. So if you say, if I'm gonna reduce sugar or I'm gonna add vegetables, it's gonna be easier to start by adding an extra serving of vegetables. No wrong answer there, but it's usually easier to add something first and then work on taking something away. The last tip I'll give you on that, so again, having a target, the last tip I'll tell you on that is what gets measured gets improved. What gets measured gets improved. And that's simply because our brain, it's called a reticular activating system, kind of like the Google search engine in our brain. If we program it to look for something, it's going to look for that particular thing. So if you say, I want to improve my water intake, just start writing down. You don't have to try to improve it. Just write down how much water you're drinking every day. Every time you drink a glass of water, write it down and measure it. You will start to be more conscious of that and you will start to drink more water if that's what your goal is. If it's your food, you want to eat better. If all you did, I promise this will work for you, if all you do is just write down everything that you eat, you'll start to become aware of what's going into your mouth and you'll make better decisions with your food. If it's, this is a really good one, when you're at the office, I frequently ask my practice members, how are you doing at your office? Are you getting up and moving around? Are you very active? And they'll say, oh yeah, I get up and go to the printer, I move around a lot. And they may, but if you're not tracking it, you don't know for sure. So a great way to track this is to say, set a goal of how much, let's say you can measure time or you can measure activity. So let's say squats. Great one is squats. I'm gonna do 50 squats per day, and I can only do half before lunch and half after lunch. So you write that down. That means if you've got to get up from your desk and do these squats, maybe you can only do 5 at a time. So you've got to get up 5 separate times to do your squats in the morning. You're just going to have to get up from your desk, okay? Or maybe it's you have a stairway in your office. I have to go up and down the stairs today 20 times, or whatever. Again, start with whatever, something small, and build from there, okay? Or it could be time away from your desk, okay? So every 20 minutes, I've got to get up for at least 2 minutes and be away from my desk physically. Again, whatever is realistic for your job and your work situation. If it's your spinal rehab, this is a big one that people really do better in the beginning. As we start to feel better, it's easy to forget to do our spinal rehab. It's just human nature. If your neck or back hurts really bad, it's easy to remember to do your spinal rehab. But if we don't feel it, or if we're feeling better, it's easy to forget those things. So just simply writing down, I've got to do my spinal rehab each day. Write it down each day that you're doing it, and it'll keep you more focused on that. So a couple little tips that will really help you with your health, especially if you do those things consistently over time. And again, that's our goal, is to help you with your health. The better health you have, the better life you can live.